Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Whoa, knocking that mic over. How is everyone on this beautiful, fun Friday? My name is Patricia Barrow Wolfson. I am an intuitive coach, an energy healer, a wife, and the mom of 3 boys, and I am here to help you calibrate your energy. Number 2, how to integrate self-care into easy, doable steps. We don't need extra stuff. And how to embrace your own natural gifts to achieve a life you love. And yes, it is possible. I am so happy that you're here today. And today is one of my favorite days of the week, which is Fun Friday. And that means I get to pull some cards for my lucky viewers. If you are here and you would like for me to pull a card for you, just go ahead and say me please, or yes please, or I'd like a card. Any one of those works. And when we get to that part of the show, I will pull a card for you. Hi, Eleanor. Yes, hi. Oh, I love your face too. I love that you're here. Thank you. You're needing some guidance. Okay, then I would say that you probably want a card today, and we will do that very shortly. First, before we go into the oracle card readings, let's take care of some business. Number 1, if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, Jumpstart for Change, then please go ahead and do that now. Oh, wait. Okay, beautiful. Thank you very much. Press that subscribe button, ding that notification bell, and then you get to see me every morning. Well, secret is you don't actually have to just subscribe to see me because I'm here every weekday from Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. on Facebook and on YouTube. But if you like what you see, then I would like you to subscribe because that way I know how many people are watching. I mean, it doesn't really matter how many people are watching. I just would like you to subscribe so that this way makes things a little bit easier. Hi, Happy New Year, Isabel. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad you're here. Happy New Year. So glad that you are starting. This isn't our first Fun Friday with cards, but it's our second, so we're good. If you want a card, let me know. Okay, so let us do... My dog is whining because he's trying to get up on a chair, but he had spine surgery, so he can't jump. But he's going to attempt it. So if I suddenly bolt out of this chair, you guys will know I am trying to save my dog from hurting himself yet again. Okay. Anyway, let's start our sessions. Okay, so let's light our candle. We're going to do our sacred morning together because I really like to do that. It's going to set us right. We're going to set our intention together. We're going to center ourselves so that we can get our frequency where we want it before we step out into the world and get it all mucked up with other people's energy, okay? So we're just going to take care of ourselves first, hence the name of the show, Me First Mornings. Okay, so, okay, I'm going to open the door for my dog. Hold on. Just come and I'll get him. Call him over. Okay, live TV people. Thank you for holding, you guys. Thank you for holding space for me while I went and let my dog out of the room. I gave him a chance, but guess not. And that's why it's me first. I should have set the boundary and just kept him out to begin with because I never let him in this room when I'm doing the show. Just a little reminder that I need to keep this space sacred. Okay. Here we go. We're going to light the candle. You are welcome to do so as well, but you don't need a candle. You guys know the spiel. Use, what you like that I suggest. Incorporate that into your own routine, or you could add your own stuff or leave out stuff or do totally different things. The whole point is just take some time for yourself. Get yourself centered. Do some breathing. Do some stretching. However much you want, however much you have the capacity for, even if it's just a little bit. Anything is better than nothing, okay? That's sort of like my motto these days. Anything is better than nothing. All right, so we're going to put some essential oils on. I'm like trying to eke out like the last little bit of essential oil of my sacred frankincense, but I did order more. Well, I'm lying. A friend of mine ordered more for me. So yes, thank you. Okay, let's get ourselves centered, ourselves relaxed. Unless you want to feel energized, then go ahead and do whatever you need to do to feel energized. But the whole point of this is to kind of bring awareness to the self, bring awareness into my body, bring your awareness into your body. Just become aware of your surroundings and aware of like where you begin and where anything outside of you begins, right? So like where you are in relation to everything else, because you can feel it. You can really feel it if you just close your eyes and breathe and just kind of feel where your energy kind of ends and like where you can't kind of feel things. And if you're really paying attention, it is far, right? Our energetic field, especially if we're open, can be quite far. If you're kind of a closed up person and there's nothing wrong with that, your energetic field may be a little closer to your body just from sort of keeping it close. But when you sort of open things up and you have sort of raise your vibration and open up your heart, you start to open up your energy. Now, that doesn't mean you want to like bring in all the energy from other people. It's important for you to like recognize where your energy is and kind of imagine yourself in a beautiful little protective bubble. Not for you to protect yourself and not do anything or talk to people or have anyone sort of shake you, because that's kind of pointless, right? We don't live in actual bubbles, but more so that you can be cognizant of your own energetic signature and make sure like, okay, I feel something shifting within my bubble. Do I want this to shift, or is this not feeling good? And how can I continue to protect this energetic bubble? Okay, so we're going to take 3 deep breaths. And actually, because we're talking about this bubble, we're going to add that for today because I'm being called to. So I want you to just imagine, I want you to take 3 deep breaths. And with these deep breaths, and we always sort of let in the liquid sunlight and we let our energy, the life force energy from the earth come up through our legs. We're still going to do that. But what I want is on top of that, we're just going to add like an extra image for you to imagine is we're going to open up the top of the head and let that beautiful like liquid sunlight kind of come pouring in, and inside, in the ground, your feet planted on the ground, you're going to let that life force energy come up your legs, right? And so everything kind of blends. Then I want you to imagine almost like this energetic circle, right? Like this sort of infinity circle kind of going in and out. And I want you to imagine that beautiful healing light that you've called in, right? That you've called in from the heavens into pouring into your head, down to the ground. I want you to imagine, probably better this way. I want you to imagine that it is creating a protective bubble around you, right? And it is protecting your energy. It's like a force field of energy. You guys have seen Star Wars, right? Or Star Trek, or any of those sort of shows where you would have a force field, right? Activate force field, right? And then you have like, your force field sort of building around you. Well, that's kind of what this exercise is. We want to build that energetic force field around us and imagine us surrounded by pure white light. And anything that is in this bubble remains high vibe and bright and shiny. Like that's what we're imagining. Not that you can't feel things, right? Not that you can't go through your emotions. We are not shaming or guilting anything that we feel in this process. We are simply allowing anything that feels within the bubble. If it doesn't feel good, the bubble is going to dissolve it, right? That beautiful, powerful light. When we take a deep breath in, I always say for you guys to imagine that the powerful healing light from the heavens and that life force energy from the earth is going to blend and just break apart any stuck, stagnant, or dense energy. And we're going to keep that active in our bubble all day or as much as possible. Just as a reminder that anything that Nothing can permeate the bubble that is going to mess with your energy. Now, things are going to happen outside of you, right? Things are going to happen and you're going to react, and all of that is okay. But this is more about protecting yourself from other people's drama or other people's chaos, things that have nothing to do with you, right? We want to keep that stuff out. We have enough going on in our own lives to be worried about what's going on outside of ourselves. So that's what this protective bubble of light is. It's sort of, we're going to manage our own business in this bubble of light. So if I'm feeling angry, anxious, frustrated, anything, I'm going to put this bubble of light in charge of just destroying the things that don't serve me and maybe helping me to process the things that I need to pay attention to, that I need to take a look at. And that's what all of this is. It's for us to really get to know ourselves intimately and say, hey, I love myself enough that I'm going to listen when there are things that I need to release, and then I'm going to discard anything that isn't serving my highest and greatest good. Okay. Hi, Jennifer. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad you're here. I love you, beautiful soul. I'm sending you healing, light, and energy. I love you. Okay. So deep breath in, and then we're going to hold our breath. And as we do that, we are going to imagine all the things that we talked about. I mean, maybe a little bit too much, but we're going to imagine that all of that beautiful sunlight, the liquid sunlight pouring through our head. We're going to imagine our feet planted on the ground, just soaking up all the life force energy. And we're going to imagine that bubble. So all of that heaven and earth energy is going to form. And I like to see it almost like a waterfall, right? It's like a waterfall of light just surrounding us in and out and just breaking apart anything that doesn't serve us. Okay, here we go. And hold. And release. Okay, one more time, deep breath in. Imagine as we're breathing in, that life force energy entering us and coming up through the earth. I breathe too early, but that's okay. There are no mistakes in the Me First mornings. Okay, let's take one last really deep breath together, okay? And hold. And release. Okay, now do a little stretching. I know that little morning kind of breathing took a little bit longer, but I was really called to tell you about that energetic bubble of light because it's important sometimes, especially in these days where there's just so many people processing so many things. It's really important for you to kind of like stay within your safe zone as much as possible, at least energetically speaking. Okay, so stretch, right? This is our instrument, people. We need to tune our instrument. This is what we're doing. We are tuning our instrument, right? So anything that feels tense, that feels stiff, we want to loosen it up, right? Loosen up our shoulders, loosen up your back, stretch your legs. Wherever you feel your tension, that is what you want to release as much as possible. I definitely hold a lot of tension in my back. I say that all the time. You probably do too. We all have the weight of the world on our shoulders, so do what you can to kind of loosen up that tension, to keep things flowing and keeping our channel clear. This is our channel. We got to keep it clear. Okay, so let's set intentions together. For those of you who already have the GPS workbook and you know what your GPS word is, feel free to use that. And if you don't, here we go. I have the free GPS workbook you can sign up for, and you'll get it on your email. You can do the questions on your own. I've been using this for a long time. It probably could use an update, but it will help you come up with your feeling, your GPS word, your guidance word. That's really what it is. It's like, what's the word that you want to guide your actions? What's the word that you want to guide your path? Right? And we're going to try and incorporate that word as much as possible into each and every moment of our day, right? So if you want more peace in your life, you have to figure out how you can incorporate peace into everything you do. Peace into conversations with your children, peace into like a phone call to the bank. How do you incorporate peace into cleaning your house? How do you incorporate that GPS word into every single part of your life? That's the practice. that is calibrating your energy, me first style, right? It's like, what do I want out of life? Here is my GPS word. Here's my guiding word, my guiding principle. Ooh, I like that. GPS, I was just using as GPS, but I kind of like that as a short form. Your guiding principle system, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll work on that a little bit. Okay, and now I'm going to say a little prayer so we can set our intentions together and ask for guidance and support from the spirit world, from angels, from God, whoever you resonate with. I definitely resonate with all of the light beings. I just love them. I feel like a little kid, and it's like, oh, yes, angels and unicorns, yay. I mean, it's fun and it can't hurt. So let's do that. Here we go. Divine Mother, Infinite Father, Creator, Ascended Masters, Archangels, Spirit Guides, ancestors, and all beings of 100% pure white light, allow me to be a clear and open channel of your light and love without hesitation or ego. May the highest vibration of infinite consciousness connect with my higher self and release any and all things that no longer serve me. I ask that Saint Germain and his infinitely powerful violet flame burn away all the things that no longer serve myself or humanity and hold us back from our divine existence. Help us to embody our intentions for the day and help us raise the collective vibration for the highest and greatest good of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, and so it is. And I'm just going to add on, because we are going to pull cards now, that I am going to ask that the guides speak to us through these cards and send us the exact messages that we need to know, and that they will be given to us in a way that we have a clear understanding of what our mission is and our purpose, what actions we can take. Of course, only when we have the ability to take action, and only for the highest and greatest good of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. All right, people. It is card time. I know you're all sitting there going, just stop and get to the cards. Maybe not. Good morning, Dad. Nice to see you. Okay, so Eleanor will be first, Isabel will be second, and Jen, I don't know if you want a card. Let me know. If you do, I'll pull a card for you. Let's see, did I forget anything? Sometimes I forget stuff, but Fun Friday is pretty easy. We do our little routine and we're good to go. I haven't actually mixed up these cards in a while, so let me do that now too. I mean, like, I'll spin them around. With these cards, I use the Colette Baron Reed Enchanted Map cards, which I really like them. I've been using them for a long time. And she actually sets these cards up that they can be facing, upright or upside down or whatever. It doesn't really make a difference. Each card, no matter which it's facing, has its unique message for you. All right. So, Eleanor, we're going to start with you and see what we pull up with the cards. All right. I'm also going to take a sip of my coffee because I need to wake up this morning. My goodness, people. It is an exhausting time to be alive. It is, though. Don't you guys find yourselves, like, especially exhausted these days? Like, I actually got sleep last night, but somehow I still feel exhausted. Come nighttime, I'm, like, falling asleep everywhere. I mean, granted, we have a lot going on in the house, but still, people. Anyone else feeling, like, exhausted? And I do think that that's energetically connected. Not with everybody, but actually, even if you have, like, chronic fatigue or anything, there are energetic, threads that connect all of that as well. Hi, good morning, Sound. Bon dia. I love having my people here. It makes me feel so good. All right, here we go. Okay, Eleanor, this is for you. Okay, Eleanor, here is your card, number 39. Okay, there we go. There we go. We can see that there. Number 39, and it's protecting treasure. So I love this card, and very often when this card comes up, it is like, is there anything that you're holding on to too tightly, right? Like very often, and it makes me think of in relationships, not that you have a relationship situation, um, but everything is a relationship situation. First of all, let's just get that out of the way. If you guys know me and know how I coach, I bring everything back to relationships because it is our relationship to things, our relationship to people, our relationship to our dreams. That's where a lot of the inner work gets done. And in this case, when this card comes up, it tells me that there's, just like in a relationship where you feel on you're not on solid ground with somebody, when you feel like you're not on solid ground with somebody, so you're not confident in the relationship, um, that's when people start to cling and you start to hold on to that person, or you start to call them more often or check in on them, right? It's also the example if this is a situation going on with your career. There's always that example of using the garden, right? Like you plant your seed, you can't constantly go and check your seed to see if it's growing. So there is a level of trust that has to be built into this relationship. So whatever it is that you're struggling with right now, you are holding on too tightly to the outcome. And that's really where the issues lie so much for us, is that we have certain expectations about what the outcome is either supposed to look like or what it might look like. Sometimes when we're afraid of something, we are holding on too tightly to the potential, fear outcome, that outcome that we're afraid of happening, right? And so we hold on really tight and we don't make too many moves because we're like, we don't want to rock the boat. If I rock the boat, I could fall, right? And so you get so wrapped up in potentially falling out of the boat that you forget to enjoy the scenery. You forget to paddle, right? Um, well, let's see here. It's hard to set goals for manifesting and not hold on to them. Yes, it is one of the most challenging things in manifesting that I think not just you, but everybody has sort of challenges with, is how do you set your goals and how do you make a wish or set an intention for what you want out of life, and then just let go of the result, right? That's not how we've been trained. That's not how, us as a society, for people that go to school, or even at home, the way we're raised, it's like that we're raised um get an outcome, right? You go to school so that you can go to college, so that you can get a good job, so that you can then have a house, so that you can then have your baby, so that then you can get your car, so that then and then you get all this stuff and you have all the things and you've checked all the boxes, and then you get to the end and you're like, okay, uh, I'm here. I have everything. Now what? Right? Now what? And that's not even the biggest issue, because, as you were saying, it's like manifesting and holding on to that, to whatever that image is, and letting go. It really is in investing in the present and asking yourself, okay, and this is where the GPS work comes in, really, because whatever it is that you want in the future, right? And let's just say that it's for business and you have a goal for your business, you have a set, and we're always encouraged, of course, to set goals, to set SMART goals. I mean, in coaching, I learned, you have to walk people through SMART goals, which is, specific and measurable and, um, I don't know. There was a bunch of them. I can't remember right now what they all are. I still use SMART goals, but right now my brain just went poof because I'm channeling something completely different. So we are told, like, come up with the results, come up with the timing, come up with how you're going to do it, right? And it puts it all on us. And on the one hand, it makes you feel like you're in control of your goals and your dreams. But on the other hand, it makes you feel like you're the one that has to manage all of it. And that if things don't work out for you, it's because you messed up somehow. But that's not how it works. And you haven't messed up anything, because there is a grand plan, a very big, large umbrella picture here for your life and for everybody's life, and how we all interact in life. And so that's where we need to let go of the results, where it's like, okay, my intention is, this for my business or this for my life. And then you literally need to sort of like leave it to God or source or universe or whatever you feel connected to, and say, please, you add whatever you want to this image that I have and make it happen for me. And I'm going to release the outcome and just continue doing what I'm doing, right? And the example that comes up for me, of course, is kids learning how to walk, right? Now, if you're always like, going to your child, if they're learning how to walk and you're like, you're not walking yet? How come you're not walking yet? What's wrong with you? Like, do you need me to walk around the house with you a little bit more? Come on, let's do it, right? Like, the child is going to be terrified to walk because they're going to feel all the pressure of having to walk properly, right? But you and I both know, well, specifically Ellen, or I know you know because you have children, and anybody else that's watching that either has children or have contact with children, you can start walking anywhere from 6 to 9 months, like in that range, which there's some kids that just start, come out the womb and they're like ready to go. It still takes a little bit. There's still developmental things that they need to reach, milestones that they need to reach, but they can start walking anywhere from let's say 8, 9 months range average to 16 months, 2 years, and if you're the parent of the kid that isn't walking at 18 months, it's sometimes really jarring, right? And you're like, what's wrong with my kid? Do they have a problem? Am I going to have to, get them to physical therapy? And are they going to fall behind in other things? Is this indicative of a big issue, right? And we do that because we have been taught that results, like that is what we're after. But we're not after the results. I know that sounds a little strange, but we're not. We're after the present experience. So the question is, whatever you're manifesting in the future, if you can narrow it down to what you want to feel, right? And let's say it's you want to feel accomplished, or you want to feel successful, or you want to feel abundant, or you want to feel whatever. I'm not sure what your word is, but you can kind of fill in the blank, whatever that word is. You have to figure out a way how to incorporate that word and embody that word and that feeling into your day to day. So let's just say that your word is accomplished, right? Like you want to feel like you accomplished something, that, that all this hard work that you've put into your career, that it's worth something, right? So you want to start seeing and feeling like your time is not, like that your time is worth something. So then you have to ask yourself, how can I show myself today that my time is worth something? How can I feel accomplished today? How can I, and sometimes, unusually enough, sometimes you need to start with something other than the actual part of your life that you want to address, right? So sometimes if you so badly want results in your business, in order to incorporate that feeling and be able to embody it, you may have to shift your focus to your personal life. So let's say you don't feel accomplished in business, but you've, had a long marriage, a great relationship, you've been through so much together. You can feel accomplished in your relationship. You can feel accomplished as a mother and say, I have 3 children. They're relatively well adjusted. They're really nice kids. They're good people. I feel good about that. And so remind yourself that you have accomplished, right? If that's what I'm just saying accomplished because that's the word that came up for me in this example, but you insert whatever word works for you. But you need to sort of write down or allow yourself to make note of all the things that you do feel accomplished for in your life. And it could be, that and I know in your particular situation, like you went back to school, you got a whole new degree, you accomplished so much. And so just because you may not see any result that you're specifically looking for in terms of, whether it's abundance or clients or whatever in business. And, I'm just going with the business side. It could be anything here, like insert, wherever you are struggling in this case, in terms of manifesting. And you have to just say, okay, I want to feel accomplished. And I was able to accomplish what I wanted in my personal life. I was able to accomplish what I wanted as a mother, right? And as a mother, it's a hard thing to do because we're never quite accomplished. Our children are human and, life goes on. But you could feel like accomplished in a particular phase of life that was really hard. Like you got through the toddler years, right? You got through food sensitivity issues. I don't know if that's your case, but I'm just saying, like, you got your children through challenging times, okay? Every single parent on the planet right now should be patting themselves on the back that they were able to get their children through the last 2 years. And as long as they're here and standing, you accomplished something, okay? Maybe it was exactly what you wanted, but you did. So I'm going on and on because I think that this is important for everyone. I have a lot of people talk to me about manifesting and how to disconnect yourself from the results. And it's not about disconnecting yourself from the results. I mean, it is, right? Because focusing on, I don't have it yet, I don't have it yet, I don't have it yet, is an energy that is going to be counterintuitive to actually manifesting anything, right? But what you can do is say, okay, what have I manifested? What have I wanted that I already have? What I didn't have that I now have right now? And build the evidence that you are able to get what you want. And that's where you begin. So you know what? I never thought I was going to be here in my life. And yet here I am. And this part of my life feels really good. And I feel really good. And I feel really accomplished in this part of my life. And then allow that feeling to permeate other parts of your life. And that's where you build the trust. And you can say, and say, pray, intend, and say, hey, God, spirit, source, guides, I feel so accomplished in this part of my life. Thank you, thank you, thank you for guiding me through that part and helping me to see that I was able to get what I want. I ask that you please, support me in doing that in this other part of my life. And you leave it like that as an intention, and then know that you've asked for support and you shall get it. Okay, Eleanor, I love you too. I hope that was helpful. Isabel, if you're still here, you're next. I know my Fun Fridays always go late because I want to give you guys like a real proper reading. So I thank you for being here and sticking around. So yes, Eleanor, so you get it. There is a lot energetically going on. I just saw your comment. It's like insane right now, honest to God. Let's see here. Here, sweet. I figured you were still here, but I thought I'd ask. I'm going to keep pulling cards and also drinking a sip of my coffee. Listen, it's a practice. All of this, all of life, all of, evolution, right? It's practice. It's evolving. It's learning. It's shifting. It's changing. And the thing that I want to impress upon you the most is to not feel guilty or ashamed of anything, right? Nothing along your journey is anything you need to be ashamed of or guilty for, right? We are all on our own journeys and we're figuring things out. You're not going to yell at a child who hasn't figured out how to tie their shoe yet and be like, you're stupid. You don't know how to tie a shoe. Ugh, how dumb, right? Like, you're not going to say that. That's terrible. Why would that child ever want to pick up laces, right? If you start berating this child and saying, oh, you're so dumb, you can't even tie shoelaces. What an idiot. That kid will never wear shoelaces. That kid will wear Velcro for the rest of his or her life, right? And, or their life. That would be more appropriate. Anyway. So you need to be as gentle with yourself as you would be with a child who's trying to learn how to tie their shoe, right? You got to be gentle with yourself in this process of life, because even though you may be older and adult and you should know better in whatever the hell that means, the truth is that you have never been who you are right now at this stage of your life. You've never been here, ever. This is a new day for everyone. It's new energy, it's new feelings, it's new perspectives. So don't feel bad about anything that you do that you think might be wrong or mistaken, or it's like, oh, I don't know if I should try this. That's garbage. Learn to love the trying. Learn to love the experiments in life, right? That's what kids do. They just experiment. And we need to learn from them. And that's how they develop and grow and expand and evolve. And that's how we do as well. It's just that we don't allow ourselves so many opportunities to practice because we beat ourselves up for anything that we don't accomplish perfectly right away, which is ridiculous when you think about it. Okay, Isabel, this one's for you. I don't know if that whole conversation applied to you, but, I just channel what comes. Look at this. Can you see the number? I don't know if you can see the number. It is number 54. Yes. Okay, so the card is number 54, and the message is encouragement. Encouragement. And the thing is that I feel, well, I know you. So I was going to say, I feel like you're a person who's very encouraging. Obviously, I know you. So I know you're a person who's very encouraging. But when this card shows up for you, what it's telling me, because it also came upside down, is that it's time for you to turn that encouragement inward to yourself. You are so good at lifting up people around you, making them feel good about their decisions, of giving them love and compassion and hope and support. You are just one of those people that everybody knows they can count on. I know that about you. I love that about you. And I don't know how you have been with yourself, but it's really time for you to start, using a mirror, metaphorically, a mirror, and reflecting that love back into yourself. There is nothing that you need to fix about yourself. There is nothing that you need to change about yourself. You are a wonderful human being, and you are a channel of light and love. That's why people gravitate towards you. That's why you emote so beautifully when you express yourself. And I don't know if you've been singing, but I'm feeling like if you haven't been singing, you need to get back into singing. You need to get back into expressing yourself. You need to get back into opening up that channel, right? And I feel like that channel is a little bit clogged right now because, first of all, we've all been through a lot of stuff, and I don't know what you have been through during this time personally, but what I'm hearing is that you need to really just add more love and compassion towards yourself. Be gentle on yourself. Be loving towards yourself, and give yourself a break. We are all just surviving these days, and we need to be encouraging to ourselves and say, hey, today wasn't as productive as I had hoped. That's okay. Tomorrow we'll do better. Next time I'll do better. This is the best I could do today, and that's okay, right? This is the best I could do right now, and that's okay. And really celebrate when you're able to do something that feels connected to your purpose, right? And I don't know if you've been feeling disconnected from your purpose. And, purpose is one of those words that it's like so heavy because people are like, it's my purpose to be here on the planet and blah, 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 right? No, like your purpose is to shine and be you. So whatever lights you up, and I use singing as an example because, of course, I know that you're an incredibly talented singer. I know you're an incredibly talented artist. And I also know, because I've been through my own journey with that sometimes we become really hard on ourselves, and it's hard for us to express ourselves and put ourselves out there when we're not feeling our best for whatever reason. Could be, physical reasons, actual things going on health-wise, or it could be energetic reasons or emotional reasons, or you just don't feel like it. I certainly get that as well. So I want you to just do something nice for yourself and just allow yourself to express your creativity in whatever way you want. And if singing feels too raw for you right now at the moment, then pick another way to express yourself creatively. I don't know if you draw or if you paint or if you write, maybe write a poem. I actually am feeling like a Portuguese poem. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but just there's something, I don't know, there's something in it where you need some healing around your self-expression. You are an energy healer, Isabel. And how you heal people is through your voice and through your words and just through your essence. So you need to take some time and turn that healing towards yourself. I love you so much. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. And this goes for anybody. If anyone wants like a more involved reading, or, you want some help with the Me First method that I talk about, then please feel free to reach out to me privately. I do have one-on-one sessions available for anybody who's interested. And just let me know. I'm happy to help you. And I really, really mean that. Okay. Who else? Anyone else wanted a card? Isabel. Jen, are you still here? I'll pull a card for you if you are. I love you. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else wanted a card. If nobody else wants a card, then I can wrap up the day. But hold on. I'm going to pull one extra little card at the end, and this is going to be for the collective, right? So since nobody else wants a card right now, I'm just going to pull this for anyone who is still watching. By the way, thank you for still watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jumpstart for Change. Go out there and find me and subscribe and ding the bell for notifications. I am here every Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. on Facebook and on YouTube. I haven't quite figured out how to get on Instagram, but one day I'm sure I'll do that too. I'm also on TikTok, so you can see my TikTok is at Calibrate Your Energy, but the show doesn't broadcast on TikTok, but I'll put little clips here and there. Okay, so here's for the collective as we end today. Oh, this is such a good card for the collective. Here we go. Look at this. This is number 12, and I love the number 12, and I like number 12 because 1 plus 2 is 3, so numerologically speaking, 3 is a powerful number. It is one of my powerful numbers. Like, I really resonate with 3. Yes, part of it probably has to do with the Holy Trinity, which I grew up on in Catholic school. But also there's something about that 3. There's something about that number. I have 3 kids, even though that wasn't the plan when I was younger. But there's something about it. So I really like that. And here's the message: slow and steady. Okay, slow and steady. And it was upside down. So very often when the cards come upside down is that sometimes it is like a pay attention card, like pay attention. You need to be patient. And that's what I'm getting from this, and the message for all of us is be patient with yourself. Take it easy. I know we all want to see results. And let me tell you, we are in an era right now where things are going to start to manifest super, super fast. So if what you're seeing in your life is things happening that don't feel good, or that, I can't tell you how many people that have had some crazy stuff happen to them in the last, few months, where it's, things from out of left field, diagnoses that they weren't expecting, people passing that was unexpected. Bob Saget, for Christ's sake, people, seriously, things are kind of like out of whack. So it's easy to get lost and really feel a little concerned and overwhelmed with how things are going. But this is how you get through it. Slow and steady. Just stay the course. That's the message I'm hearing the most, is stay the course. Stay focused on what you want and continue to bring into your present life whatever it is that you're looking for in the future. Figure out a way to embody it now, incorporate it now, and find it in whatever way you can in your present life. So as I was saying, earlier when I was talking to Eleanor with her card, even if, you want, your business to explode, right? And you want a ton more clients. And what that means to you is success, right? That you want more money and you want more success and you want abundance. Well, think about what that feeling is. Think about, what that connects to in your life, and think about where else in your life are you feeling that abundance? Are you feeling that connection with people? And then when you focus on that, you're going to be able to kind of put things together and start to increase its sort of influence in parts of your life. And you're going to be able to translate it for it to apply to your business and your relationships and your children and, whatever other parts of your life that you feel need some work, or, that you would like to improve or shift or change. Okay, that's it for today. I am so, so grateful to have you here. Please feel free to spread the word and send my links to whoever you think may benefit from this. And once again, don't forget to subscribe to my page. Go on Jumpstart for Change on YouTube. Just press that little, well, I guess it's like, what do they say? Like, smash that button, all right? So smash it, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Have a wonderful week, and see y'all then. Bye.